Right. So in the next section, let's discuss about zones in procedural road system. So zones essentially do the level clustering and sector specification, right? Which means like you may have seen in most of the open world games, the level has been clustered into some sections, right? Maybe districts, maybe zones, maybe some specific places, something like that. So in procedural road system also, we have given the capability to you to specify zones in your level so that you can perform the zone based dynamic response, which means based on the zone you can perform a dedicated response. Like, let's just say in your game there is an industrial zone, so in that specific industrial zone, maybe like workers or like worker vehicles should be appear. And there is a commercial zone. In that commercial zone, maybe like rich people and modern vehicles are spawned. So likewise, based on the zones, you can perform the dynamic response instead of globally randomizing everything at once. Right. So let's see how we can do that on the procedural road system. So this is the label that I created earlier, which actually follows the smart spawn. But this would be also fine, but yeah, let's take a duplicate and I'll call this one as swans. Right, so for now I will disable the smart spawns. So if I go to the level manager, I can disable the smart spawn. I can disable this debug as well. Also I can disable this debug UI. Right, so everything will be spawned at once and it will be look like this. Right, so now let's see how we can mention the zones on the level, which is quite simple actually. So at the procedural road system, if you take a look into the blueprints and procedural roads, there is a dedicated folder called zones, and here we have BP zone, which is the specific actor that is used to define a dedicated zone. Right, so let's enhance its size, maybe like 3000, no, maybe 5000 by 5000. Right, somewhat like this. Okay, so this is the zone, and here you can see under the configurations you can specify what is that specific zone, right? So for now, just for the demonstration purposes, within this DT zones data table, I have specified 4 types of zones known as downtown, market street, financial quarter, and old town. But based on your requirement, you can define any number of zones as you required, right? Make sure to give it a unique name as well, because that will be used at the zone blueprint to determine that specific zone. And for a specific zone, you can define actually what sort of unique vehicle that should be appeared and what sort of pedestrians that should be appeared within that specific zone, right? Okay, so now since we have this zone, for all of these roads, I will select everything. And if you go into the right, not here, maybe at the level manager. Yeah, at the level manager, here you can see we have dedicated section called zones, and let's simply allow zones, right? So once you allow the zones, it will ignore the predefined configurations for the roads that used in here. So like here we have a set of vehicles and set of pedestrians. So instead of following these stuff, it simply refer to the closest zone to the nearby road and make a spawn accordingly. Okay, so now since this is a C1 zone, right? So I will define it as C1, and since it is C1 zone, these are the pedestrians that should appear, right? Which is red mannequin characters, right? So let's play it. Okay, now you can see within this zone the red characters has been appeared, but on the other roads actually there are different characters, right? So for that I will create 4 of these zones. This is zone 1, this is zone 2, this one is zone 3, and finally we have zone 4. Okay, right, now let's try to play it again. Okay, ideally it should work, but yeah, let me see. Right, so I think actually it works properly, but since we have like sort of similar set of range, it actually take whatever the closest box or closest zone, and based on that it perform the zone specific response, right? But ideally here it work properly, right? So here you can see if I go to this quarter, it's a downtown district. Here you can see at the UI it shows like that, and this one is Market Street. So this like green color NPCs has been appeared, and this is the financial quarter, so this red color ones appeared, and here the old town, right? So ideal the yellow color ones should be appeared, but since the closest one is these two boxes, it simply spawn these green color and blue color NPCs or pedestrians. But maybe like if I place it in some sort of a distant area like this one is 2, and if I play now, yeah, so now it seems working fine. But yeah, it's totally up to you. You can define the zone specific spawns accordingly, right? But make sure to allow zones at your level manager, and for the roads actually you can keep active NPC spawns, and ideally you don't need this pedestrian list as well, right? So maybe I will remove this list. Okay, and then if I play now, right, I think if I remove that list it can't detect from the zones, so probably there is a race condition. So let me see why. Right, it's small race condition issue, so I just add a delay at the begin play, so now it works properly, right? Because at here it refers the level manager to get the closest zone. The level manager is taken at here at the vehicle config function, so that's why it has some sort of a race condition, right? So I just add a small delay, so it works properly now, right? So now if I play, here you can see the yellow NPCs appeared on this section, and some green color ones appear on this section, and the blue color ones appear on this section, right? Okay, now it's work pretty much fine. So maybe if I push it far away, then if I play it, you can see now it's appearing the red color ones because that's the closest zone to this specific row. But if I make it closer, so now this is the closest zone. If I play it now, you can see the yellow color ones are appearing, right? So similarly, you can define the vehicle as well. It's the exact same fashion. So at the vehicle list, you can determine what sort of vehicle should be appeared within that specific range. So let's just say in case if this list is empty, then it will simply refer to the closest road, and based on the road configurations, it will spawn a dedicated vehicle, right, which is from this list. Okay, so that's a bit about zones. So you can further refer to this blueprint, which is BP zone, and also you can refer the level manager section, and here we have like zone specific functionalities, so you can refer to into those as well, right? So that's about the zone and level clustering. So in the next tutorial, let's wrap up the tutorial series for the procedural road system. I'll see you there. Thank you.